Hi, welcome to a complete course in calculus. This is Tadessa. So in this video, we'll see some reviews from limit and uh, some integral questions. So the first question says, sorry, find the limit of square root of x plus 1 minus 2 over x minus 3 as x approach to 3. We do have a lot of examples. If you go back to the previous videos, I believe we have 2 or 3 videos which are exactly similar to this one, so you can review that, and then let's do this one again. So whenever you are given a limit of an expression involving radical, what you need to do is, of course, when you plug the number x equal to 3, it will make the denominator 0. So a number over 0 is undefined. So you have to rationalize the numerator. You have to rationalize the numerator. So how do you rationalize it? You just multiply by the conjugate. So what is the conjugate of x plus 1 minus 2? The conjugate is radical of x plus 1 plus 2. That's what you need to do. You multiply by the conjugate divided by, make sure you are using the correct parentheses. That's very important. X plus 1 plus 2, x approach to 3. Now, when you FOIL a conjugate, always, if you multiply a minus b with a plus b, these are called conjugates. It will be a square minus b square. So you square the first minus you square the second. So if you square x plus 1, it will give you what? Radical of x plus 1, it will be x plus 1. Minus, if you square the second one, which is 2, 2 square is what? 4, divided by x minus 3 times radical of x plus 1 plus 2. X goes to 3. Now, this thing can be simplified. X plus 1 minus 4 means x minus 3. 1 minus 4 is 3, negative 3. So I do have x minus 3. Let me just put it in parentheses, the numerator 2 plus 2. Now you can see I do have a common factor for the numerator and denominator. They will cancel out. So finally, you see, so far what I'm basically doing is rationalizing the numerator. I'm rationalizing the numerator. It has nothing to do with limit. Nothing to do with limit. Now this expression is defined as 3, so I can plug it. So that will be 3 plus 1 plus 2, which is radical 4 plus 2, which is radical 4 is 2, 2 plus 2. So the answer will be what? 1 over 4. So the limit will be 1 over 4. Let's see the second a review example, so which says evaluate or find the definite integral 2 to 7 6 minus absolute value of x minus 6 dx. Now every time you see absolute value, it's very hard to find the antiderivative. You cannot use the fundamental theorem of calculus. So what you have to do is you have to use the additive property of integral, additive property. So what is the additive property? The additive property says, let's say you are finding integral from a to b of a function. Then this guy can be written as, just pick a number in between, so it will be a to c f of x dx plus c to b f of x dx. So adding from a to c is a to b is the same as adding a to c, c to b, right? It makes sense. So we are going to use this property. So now the question is, how do you pick that c? How do you pick that c? For the absolute value case, what you need to do is you need to find the 0 of that expression. So x minus 6 will be 0, means x equal to 6. So what does that mean? If I have a line chart, if you pick 6, if I pick a number to the left of 6, let's say 5. 5 minus 6 is what? Negative, right? So to the left of 6, it will be negative. To the right of 6, let's say if I pick 7, 7 minus 6 is positive. So what does that mean? This guy, I can pick, you see, this expression changes sign at 6. So I can use the additive property. My c will be 2 to 6, 6 minus absolute value of x minus 6 dx plus 6 to 7, 6 minus the absolute value of x minus 6 dx. So basically what I did is I found the 0 of the expression inside the absolute value. Whether it's linear, quadratic, you just find the 0 of that expression, and then you need to split it. it can be 2 or 3. For example, if it is quadratic, you will have 2 C's, so it will be C1 and C2, okay? So you go A to C1, C1 to C2, C2 to B, okay? Same logic. Now, from 2 to 6, this guy is negative, right? So what I do is, oh, okay, because it's negative, it will be 6 minus of x minus 6. Because it's negative, absolute value of a negative number is minus of that number, okay? Minus of that number. Remember, this minus comes because I know for sure this guy is negative and it's in absolute value. To make it positive, I need to multiply it, okay? So dx plus 6 to 7, 6 minus. But now from 6 to 7, this guy is positive, so you don't really need the absolute value. But make sure you have parentheses because there is a minus sign here. That's a very common mistake, okay? dx, that's it. Now I'm done with the absolute value simplification. Now I have to just play the algebra. 2 to 6 minus with minus, it becomes 6. 6 plus x minus 6 dx plus 6 to 7. Now if you distribute the minus, it will be 6 minus x plus 6 dx, okay? So this now you see 6 minus 6, they cancel out. So what's left? 2 to 6 x dx plus 6 to 7. 6 plus 6 is 12 minus x dx. Now I can find the antiderivative of each. So what is the antiderivative of x? It's x squared over 2. So from 2 to 6, what is the antiderivative of 12? 12x. What is the antiderivative of x? X squared over 2. From 6 to 7. Now I need to evaluate this guy. So 6 squared is what? 36 over 2. Minus 2 squared is 4 over 2. So I'm done with the first piece. Plus, at 7, it will be 12 times 7 minus 7 squared divided by 2. So what is 12 times 7 is 84 minus 49 over 2 minus, that is a value at 7, okay? Keep in mind, this is a value at 7 minus at 6. 12 times 6 is, 12 times 6 is 72 minus 6 squared is 36 over 2. Good, I'm just plugging, okay? So this is what the first part is. This is what the second part is. So be careful with the sign. So this guy will leave you what? 36 minus 4 is 32 over 2, okay? Plus, and this guy, 84 minus 72, because they are easy, I'm gonna subtract that. It will be 12, right? And then minus 49 over 2, minus, it becomes plus, right? So this guy becomes plus, right? So it will be plus 36 over 2. So minus 49 plus 36, it will be what? Minus, I do have 12 over 2, right? So this, no, that is 9, I believe, right? Okay, there's a 9. Yep, 12, yep. So this is 16 plus 12 minus 6. So the answer will be 16 plus 12 is, no, 12 minus 6 is 6. That is 22. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.